Shaun, coming into round 2, a track you've kind of had mixed results, strong in the past. How do you feel?
I enjoy coming to Lyng. It's a track I do look forward to. I mean, just as soon as you drive in here, it always looks organised. The track's always very well prepared. I mentioned earlier to a few people that one of the negative points for me was always the concrete start. It was kind of a little bit hit or a miss. It's not something we were really used to, so a lot of people burning their tyres up on the start and searching for good starts, which is very important around this track. So really excited to see the grid on the start this weekend. Gives everyone, an even advantage. It's something I feel quite comfortable with, and I feel like I can get good starts off of. So a couple of wildcard riders in this weekend, which will be cool. Hopefully mix it up a little bit, try and get a couple of them in between me and the other guys, because I've got a few points to make up from the first round. But overall, excited to get going. The sun's nearly popped out now, so hopefully we'll be in for a good day's racing tomorrow.
Yeah. And obviously running with your own team this year and stuff, what kind of elements does that add? Is it your job simply just to focus on the racing come Sunday, or do you kind of have to pick up some other team roles now?
I think, the moment I chose to run my own team, I think that sort of just focusing on my riding and turning up at the race and just going and being a kind of rider superstar just went straight out the window, because I'm just basically doing everything now, from team manager type role to doing all the riding and training and sort of organising things on my laptop for a couple of hours a day, speaking to people, organising things for all MXGP rounds as well. So even down to working on my bike, it's just mainly me and my dad. We do have a helper mechanic who's helping us out at weekends and during the week a little bit now, but mainly I like to get hands-on with it a bit myself. And yeah, I think the actual training side of things is probably less than I used to do, but the ultimate goal for me in running my own team was to actually feel 100% comfortable on track and have the bike and machinery underneath me that we know we can finish every single race we enter. And I think at the moment we're nailing that, so I just need to try and search for a little bit more out of myself. But the first round wasn't bad all in all, but I just feel like we could have done with better starts, and it was everyone's first race and a good long time, and I just felt a bit rusty and made a few stupid mistakes. Even after doing this job for 15-16 years, it really still feels like it was my first race back. So a lot of mistakes that I didn't really enjoy, but we've got to try and eliminate those, and it's a long championship, so hopefully we can pick up a load of points this weekend and get ourselves back in the hunt.
Exactly. And finally, you kind of touched upon the wildcard riders coming into this weekend. What do you think that does, not only for the championship but also for your other riders? Does it add an element of more competition, and where does this going forward, what does this do for the championship?
I think it's great. I mean, the moment you can accept wildcard riders into your championship, it's amazing. I think in Britain we are out on a limb slightly with regard to getting riders from the continent to come over here and ride in our championship. The channel just really puts us at a slight disadvantage. A lot of people are accustomed to going to the French championships or the Belgian championships, Dutch championships. They're more local, so to speak, or central in Europe. But the moment you get people coming over and doing our championship, I definitely think it does boost the championship. There'll be people sitting at home watching tomorrow because there's extra competition on the line. From my point of view, it's nice to go and test myself against someone who's here tomorrow who's ultimately a prime candidate for the World Championship this year. So see where my speed's at with regards to him. And Ben's over as well. It's just going to be interesting for the fans and for everyone to watch us all getting stuck in. Ultimately it's a race and we want to win, so it doesn't matter who's on the start line, we're going to be giving it 100%. And I think overall it's going to be a good day. Hopefully everyone gets out unscathed and we can move on to the next one. But it's definitely something you'd like to see more of in the future, is bringing other riders into our championship.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I'm excited to kind of watch you guys get going, and I'm sure 4,000 fans are over the moon. So yeah, good luck on the racing Sunday.
Thank you very much.
Here with Lauren Collingwood. Lauren is competing this weekend in the WMX opening round. Lauren, how does it feel to be back at the British Championships after quite a few years out?
Yeah, it feels good. It's nice to be around a good team that we've got going. Nice to get back in a sort of race format, as obviously, as you say, I've not raced for a few years now, so getting back to doing what I do best is just brilliant, really. Yeah, really enjoying it.
And obviously, how are you kind of balancing work life from off the circuit and then in training and preparation to come into the circuit? How are you trying to balance the both out?
It's pretty easy, to be fair, because my job obviously involves motocross riders. So we run Work Sports Insurance, which basically heavily involves the motocross lads, lads and lasses. So I'm pretty much 90% of the time around motocross riders or around people that love motocross. So for me, it's been really easy. So my clients go riding with them in the week and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been pretty easy to be able to ride, compete and work.
Cool, I guess
Brilliant.
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, definitely.
And finally, what would you say to young girls maybe who are going to watch this weekend, who are wanting to take up motocross and try and get into sport? What advice would you give to them?
The last time I got asked this in an interview, I did say don't bother unless you want to be skint forever, but I will watch my words this time, and no, I would definitely get involved. If you are any girl looking at getting involved with motocross, you would not regret it. I've done it since I was 3 years old, and I'm getting old now, but it's brilliant, and I still love it more now as I've got older than I did when I was a child, so definitely get involved.
Cool, that's perfect. So thank you for that, and I wish you all the best with it.
Thank you very much.
Here with Katherine Booth. Katherine's competing in the WMX adult class this weekend. Katherine, how excited are you to be back racing in the British Championships and also with the rights to win a title at the end of the year?
I mean, a lot better than most years because we've never had the opportunity to do this. Always excited to come and race the girls because it's quite rare nowadays, but to come back and possibly take another British title would be pretty spot on.
Exactly, and the last time you was here at Lyng, I think you won the last race, so I'd give you the overall win. Lyng as a track, it looks, just walking around today, it looks like a roller coaster. It looks like it's got a bit of everything: fast jumps, steep hills. What's it like to be on the bike riding around here?
It's a bit daunting, some of the hills. I actually came here for a BBC One interview on Thursday, I believe. And coming off the hill, it's still a shock, no matter how many times you go off it. But it's a good track. I love it, so I can't moan.
In terms of this kind of track and the setup, how do you like your bike to be set around there? With it being sandy, a lot of riders have said throughout the weekend it gets more rougher and more kind of physical. So what's the ideal setup for you?
I mean, I always just go with how the bike feels. I never really go on what track it is. Tyre wise, I didn't really know whether to ride with a sand tyre this weekend, but because of the rain we've gone for a mix with the Bridgestone, so yeah, just gonna see how I feel and then work on it all weekend. So
well, I'm excited to see how you get on.
Thank you.
Sure I'll be watching. So yeah, best
Thank
of luck.
you.
Here with Finlay Evans. Finlay's racing in the Big Wheel 85 this weekend. Finlay, a very strong start to the championship at Fulham, dominant. What training have you been doing kind of off the bike and in preparation for this weekend to maintain that lead and the strong performances?
Yeah, I've been training off the bike, doing exercise at home after school. I have quite a long school day, so I had to fit it in. And training on the bike, luckily school gives me a couple days off to ride a couple days, maybe once a week, twice a week, occasionally. But I'm training quite a lot, but it's training hard and doing good. So.
And I've had a little walk around this track, and I was just saying to a few other riders, it looks like a roller coaster. It just looks like it's got a bit of everything. What's it like to ride around there on the Big Wheel 85s? What's it kind of like to race in?
I've never ridden there before. First time walking on the track like an hour ago. It looked good. The field at the back over there, it looks nice. Tight turns, but it looks quite fast as well. Some of the drop-offs are it's quite steep, but yeah, it looks good. Nice deep sand, and yeah, it looks fun.
So with it being your first, obviously, weekend racing around here, what are your kind of goals and targets for racing come Sunday?
Just stay consistent like Callum, try and not make many mistakes, try and not make any at all if I don't want to, and just try and get the overall win again, and that'll be good.
Cool, man. Well, appreciate your time and good luck for Sunday.
Thank you.
I'm here with Joe Brooks, who's racing for the Cab Screen Crescent Yamaha 125cc in the MXY2 class. Joe, a strong performance at Callum, you finished third overall. What kind of aspects of the kind of racing at Callum can you take forward, and what's your preparation coming into the second round at Lyng?
Yeah, it was a good first round. Good to get some good racing under my belt. Was a bit unfortunate about my first race. Had a bit of a mechanical problem, but we got that sorted now, and we're all ready to go for this round now.
Obviously looking forward to the championship. It is a long championship. What are your kind of thoughts and goals the end of the championship, but where do you want to be throughout the rounds?
Yeah, I want to stay consistent as possible. Top 5, even top 3, get on the podium every round, just keep the results there really.
And how excited are you to have kind of 4,000 fans back?
Yeah, it's good to have the fans back. It'll be good racing. With not used to it, are we, for a while, so it'll be good.
All the best, well, I appreciate your time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Here with Sam Atkinson racing for the Phoenix Tours of Equal Kawasaki aboard the 250 machine. Sam, you're currently 4th in the standings after Cullen. Great position to be in. What were your thoughts after the first round?
Well, I didn't have the best of first rounds for myself. In qualifying, I had a really good qualifying, got P1 and then just stupid mistakes. Ended up crashing a few times, so I was all over the shop, but I was happy to get 4th considering what happened, but it was all good.
Yeah, I think you went past me in one of the races with a bit of helmet damage, but it just looked like from that point you was fully focused on getting the positions back. So obviously mentally, physically you look prepared and you look like you're going to be strong all season. Around a circuit like Lyng, what are your kind of expectations for this race on Sunday?
I've only been to Lyng once and that was on the 85 and I absolutely loved it, so I'm really looking forward to racing it again. And
obviously with 4,000 fans back behind the kind of track side, it's going to be a spectacle.
Yeah, it's going to be mint, can't wait.
Well, all the best with the racing mate, so
thank you.
Thank you. Here with Callum Mitchell riding for the Par Holmes Husqvarna team in the MX2 class. Callum, a 7th place in race 2 at Cullen. Good first round. How did it feel on the bike?
It was good to be back racing. Yeah, all the training going into the weekend, I felt quite good. Slow start to the weekend. Bit of an issue in qualifying, and then the first race was going quite well, but had a goggle issue. But we keep going, and race 2 was good. 7th. It's the best position I had. So out of my whole career in racing. So yeah, it was good, real good.
And now you just alluded to the best position you've had. How can you build on that now? Coming into Lyng the second round, do your expectations change, or is it again just consistent and do your own thing?
Yeah, consistent and do my own thing. Get a good start. I think like half the race is a good start nowadays. Get out the gate, and I struggled maybe first couple corners or trying to get out clean. So this weekend 100% I'm going to get out the gate, get a good couple laps in me, and then let the race come to me, kind of thing. 7th was it's where I want to be, if not better.
Exactly. And what's it like training with riders like Florian and being around the team you are? Yeah. What improvements do you feel you made off the bike and also on it?
That's more consistent, like every day now. Like I used to do all by myself, so kind of some days not like lack of motivation, but you're kind of doing the same thing all the time. Where he's come over, he's come to train with me in the gym. He's learnt a lot. I've learnt a lot for him in the riding side of it, because obviously Europeans a different way of riding. So I've learnt a lot in that aspect. So to be fair, every day we're learning and we're getting better and better. And having someone there all the time, and we're not afraid to go at it at practice days. So when we're going at it, we're learning, we're riding together, and hopefully, we can both get some good results.
Sounds good. So, well, keep an eye on you and good luck for the racing on Sunday.
Thank you very much. Awesome.
Here with Tom Murphy and Bobby Bruce on the Asa Gas MX2 class. Tom, round 1 didn't quite go to plan. How you feel coming into round 2 and what kind of targets and goals you got?
Yeah, round 1 didn't really go to plan. I had fun though. I gained a lot of experience because it's totally different going from the youth to the pro. So I was happy with that. But yeah, coming into round 2, I'm a lot more happier and I know what to expect really.
And you say it's kind of years changes and differences. What exactly kind of difference? Obviously the level steps up, but in terms of your riding, do you have to change much, or is it kind of
the intensity's like just double, even triple. Like it's so much more intense. It's crazy, really. We both said, didn't we?
Yeah.
When it got red flag because of bad as we came in, it was like bloody hell. That is intense.
And what's it like being around the team? Obviously, you can both relay kind of data and admin tips and stuff. What's it like?
Yeah, it's great. Cause it's really good because it's both our first year in the pros, so we can sort of bounce off each other. And yeah, it's great to be honest.
And coming to you, Bobby, you managed to pick up 7 points with a decent race 1 result, 14th. Cullen, was that a track you enjoyed? Was it a track you kind of enjoy racing at?
Not really, to be honest. It was quite hard on the 1-5 against the 250s up them hills, but I think it was good. The track was better than I expected it. I thought it was going to be quite hard and drive it. It was good, and it was some good racing really.
And obviously with Cadazil, it's kind of a fast-paced circuit, and there's different kind of elements and aspects of this circuit. Do you think it's going to benefit your riding style? Are you going to click with the circuit?
Yeah, I think so. I like it when it gets rough, and I think the amount of riders that are going to be here tomorrow, I think it's going to get nice and rough, so looking forward to it.
And both of your kind of goals for this weekend, is it just getting consistent results and finishes?
Yeah, consistent, try and get better starts. That was holding me back at Colin, so yeah, better starts and see if I can run with them.
Yeah, cool. Well, appreciate your time and good luck on Sunday.
Thank you.